By the way, sorry about last week. I needed the money.
It's fine. It's fine. Sincerely. Stuff comes up.
I started substitute teaching last week.
Nice.
History? Did you actually get in?
Yeah. I had to substitute teach for a bunch of 7th graders. It was rough.
Oh, I could be so mean right now. I'm not going to, though. I'm not. I'm better than that.
Seventh graders are probably the worst behaved age cohort.
Right.
Yeah, acting out is part of the fun when you're that age.
Wow.
You're testing your boundaries.
This is the way of peace.
Yep.
And on the back of all that, hello everyone, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we're doing another episode of Fabula Ultima, the castle that would pierce the horizon. Let us start with our poem of the week. Oh, listen now, ye drift-takers, ye sand-slaked souls, to the hush-voiced dust, where stone remembers and names rust. Down where cliffs lean close, closer than breath, there the gilded dream forgets to sleep, but not to weep. Once, spires rose, like songs made tall, in star-sung thrall. They whispered to moons and bolts and day, where the sky turned glass and gods gave way. Wings they had, of wind, of bolt, of gleam so bright it burned the night. But down below, where shadows spill, the miners tap on bones made still. Their picks strike light from rock and time, and echo back a broken rhyme. 'Tis Tween-The-Cliffs they call it now, a name like a cough in a solemn vow. No banner raised, no triumph sound, just sun-cracked eyes and stubborn ground. And yet, when lanterns sway like ghosts, and old machine hymns stir their hosts, the walls, they hum. Buried tune of Radabara's fire and silver moon. Children draw stars and dust again, not knowing why, nor where, nor when. But their hands, in their hands, they trace old wings, those shapes that once made empires sing. The air tastes faint of glitter rain, through skies cracked dry, and winds complain. Still, a spark remains, though silence speaks, buried deep beneath the peaks. Mark this place on any map, etched with coal or gilded scrap. From here the dream still shifts and seethes in the sleeping heart of the land between the cliffs, where the dream still breathes.
In my little home in the dirt. It isn't much, but well, it isn't much.
To Tween-The-Cliffs, known as rock bottom by some, we look to the person who is at home for once, Zevin Demeril. Where in the Woundwalk part of town is your home?
I'd say somewhere relatively central.
And what was it like when you brought the other night when you brought all your friends to this place to introduce them to your family, what kind of energy are we talking? Is it more like a big, booming family, lots of slaps, lots of quiet stares, and whispered explanation?
I haven't seen Seven in years and years and years. So she's back for the first time in a while. She's relatively grown up compared to when she left. And everyone's just happy to see her and that she brought friends. Like it we don't have a lot, but what we have we share.
How many live there in the home?
Hmm. Well, Seven's mom and her dad, and also her siblings, which some younger, few older. Her grandma and grandpapa. It's a big house.
Yeah. Did you have a dinner?
Yes, absolutely.
What sort of things did you drink and eat? As you told your tales of adventure and heroism.
Given Lucius's tastes and food, perhaps it's best he doesn't know what's in everything.
Yeah, some stuff is recovered. Not everything comes by train.
You know, you hunt food, you eat the whole thing.
Did you stay up late into the night? I mean, you weren't going to adventure that day. You just got home and you just got by
We just got
train.
home. It's been years. Let's catch up.
Yeah.
She's been absent with her family.
The night goes well, by all accounts, it seems. I mean, they keep off heavy topics of the dangers of whispers of capital. Just what's happening between the cliffs. You know, yeah, those damn kids went into Dustwake Hollow again, going on adventures. A place you've probably gone to a time or two to scavenge and plunder. Well, as much as a 7-year-old could manage, but you did better than most, I think. There'd be talks that the Broken Tooth is having more, trying their best to find yet another mine. There's always yet another rumor of just some other place in the cliff faces and trying to find some new vein. But, not much one can do, really, when this place is... I imagine it's a pretty old place, yeah?
Yeah.
The Ember Market is seeing quite a bit of trade, you learn.
Were those outsiders here? Yeah.
Yeah, lots of the outsiders learned slowly that there was not everything is as grand as it looks. Though it may be gilded or shiny, some of those things are pretty common if you know where to look in Dustwake Hollow, never mind the mines. Does anyone in your family attend matters of town council?
Yes, Seven's grandmama.
Oh, your grandmama goes on and on about the Red Hook house and how everyone there is arguing about how to keep the ledger balanced, and the new folk just don't know how to work with the water filtration system, and sometimes they try percussive maintenance, which that doesn't work all the time. It works sometimes, and yes, old man so and so did it once and it worked. That doesn't mean it works every time, but on and on and on. And of course, you got to walk through Wound Walk, this jumble and jamble of recovered homes and recovered houses built of what was. But, despite the name, it's perfectly fine. It sounds scarier than it is. It's just one of those old words, those old titles that one gives a place. Why is it called that, anyway? At least as far as Seven has been told.
This area of the town?
Yeah.
Look?
Yeah.
Well, there was probably a previous settlement here, and the one that's here is built on top of that one. This is where the town kind of started.
Hmm.
Well, on some ruins, you know.
Well, in time, you find your rest. Gets late. It's dark out, and there's only so much food and talk you can do. And Grandmama needs to head into the the Red Hook house again to argue about. And they kind of let that trail off, but you can kind of connect dots that she's like her. Like if there's that many like mercenaries here, that's not a minor expense. So that's probably something that's being talked about every single day. But they're trying not to trouble you with it. You just visited. That's not your problem yet, anyway. I assume everyone gets bundled into the Demerel home.
She's dragging you in there, kicking and screaming.
And
Okay.
is Zevin's room as it was left somewhat enshrined, or was it kind of repurposed and then repurposed yet again back to your room?
It was repurposed.
And you sleep. You sleep the sleep of one who has traveled far. Sleep the sleep of a hero triumphant. You've saved at least 2 realms that you're aware of, with hopes to save even more, if not the entire known part of the world you are familiar with. Suddenly, you hear at your door. And muttering between 2 people arguing. But arguing as quietly as they can.
It was there. And Seven kind of just for her gun instinct.
It's Umbrinius and Vibius. Shh.
Well, come on in, come on. She like launches the door.
Umbrinius here has come to confess. Oh, shut up, Vibius. This is serious. Sorry.
What was that? You want to come in? Or...
They come in and in the somewhat cramped space. They are in full armor. Like they look like they're about to do something. They're about to go do something. They have their packs and everything.
Seven's in her pajamas and has her hair down, and it's in her face.
The others, they're missing.
What was that? Did they go like partying outside? Or it's not that kind of town. You don't really want to do that.
I don't know where they went. Every time the young master, the last pilgrim, whatever, every time he goes out, he wakes us. He's woken us every time since we started our little journey. He once woke me up because he needed to adjust his hat in the moonlight. He never, ever just wanders off.
I hate the fact that that's very true.
Nailed
it.
He gotta go stare at a pool of water to see his reflection. Gaze longingly. So he's let's go check on him. And she picks up her gun again, but she just kind of drags the tip of it across the floor because she's tired.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a very safe thing that everyone should do here.
And where do you lead Imbrinius and Vibius?
Lucius's room.
You find him absent.
She didn't get up to take a piss or something? He doesn't like you for that, does he?
We take shifts. Yeah, he woke me. So.
I should be like, this is serious.
They stare at you like this is perfectly normal.
Oh, this is serious. I can't. Okay. Okay, let's go find him. Where are the others? Are they also not here? Or?
No, Aether's not here. Lady Duncan isn't here. They all just left. They didn't say a word. We didn't see them leave.
Alright, I'm gonna get my coat and my shoes. No, oh, you two and me. Let's go. Adventure. She is very tired.
Yeah.
She is not putting her hair. She's gonna be walking around with her hair in her eyes this whole time.
Point of fact, I think Might's part of it, because, or will, what Might is part of it, as you're trying to summon up the energy to be wakeful, at this insane hour.
Especially after she was probably drinking.
Yeah, you're probably still feeling a little buzz going on, like, lights are bright. You don't feel great, but you're okay.
She's not hungover yet.
Yeah.
She made no alcohol. She's good. She's got her shoes on, and she's got her coat over her pajamas. Nice pajamas. She got them in choreo.
Nice. Very
And
fancy.
It's off on an adventure. Yeah, it's off on an adventure. Steps out into the cold, and she like quietly does up her coat.
Maybe Snibrinus adjust their cloaks as well. Surprised how cold it gets at night.
We're in the shade. Doesn't actually get that warm to begin with. Oh, but no moisture. All right, where'd they go? Oh, we could try the market, I guess. Don't know why they go up the outskirts. Oh.
Travel at night across the Moonwalk. There are some minor lights because people work even at this hour, so there's some lights that for people to kind of little arcane lanterns. Not the big fancy ones you've seen on your adventures, but little tiny ones that you can kind of hang outside your door.
Yep, needs no fuel, no need to relight it or relight it.
Yeah, exactly. Some people wave at you, more out of just politeness to kind of let you know, hey, I'm not sneaking up on you, sort of thing. Okay, hello.
Very important.
Ambrinius Fabius have easily, they look still rather stern, but, you know, they've loosened up over their journey.
Your boss.
And, a discovery.
Discovery.
You encounter a bit of a local legend. You spy on your coming the other way from the market a satchel full of goods. Whistlekin, a midnight blue elf whose hair, who is so old, their hair actually has turned to silver finally.
Oh, hi. Hey. Mr. Wessel. Come here. Hey.
Hello. Oh, you're from here. Hello and greetings. And he waves a copper arm at you, and one of his... as he turns, you see a flicker of... His right eye changes color as you see a little gemstone flip in place.
Forever. Oh, missed you. Like I just got back in town yesterday. Well, today? Is it? It's not morning yet.
I see. You have, continued your tinkering, I would hope, yes?
She's like, look at this. And she holds out her gun, she holds out her drone, and she holds out her magispheres. She's awake for the moment.
Taps the side of their head, the gem flips again to a more amber color. Yes. Very good, very good. Very nice. I see your travels must have influenced your construction.
Yeah, I've been all over the place. Gotta tell you more, but we're looking for some of our friends. They went missing. Hey, they went out for a walk
Oh,
once in a while. Have you
where
ever
they?
seen There's the girl, Bucky, tall, frizzy hair. She's got like nice cloak. She's a merchant. Like, there's another girl this tall. She's got like bunny ears. And there's a guy this tall, and he's always got this kind of smirk on his face.
Yes, they,
None of them know where they're going.
yeah, they went out into the desert and east. I called out to
At
them to
night.
tell them it's not a good idea, but they ignored me. But they seem to be equipped for venture.
Look into Vivius and Umbronius here.
They look alarmed. And you know, Zevin, that although the sandstorms aren't nearly as bad at night, that desert is not safe at any time of day. People use the rails for a reason out there.
Thank you, Mr. Wessel. I gotta get my pants on. And maybe my other gun, too.
I still say a battle skirt is perfectly valid way to combat.
I'll think about it.
And Bernice and Vibius nod, agreeing, because they're basically wearing, well, battle kilts, so. Like, yeah, we're wondering why everyone wears pants around here. They will learn the hard way why people do that.
Sand.
Sand.
It gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Have you ever had your shin sandblasted by a breeze?
God.
I
Ugh.
used to live in Manitoba as a kid near the desert there, and yeah, I experienced that one the
Yep.
hard way.
Good old Palliser's Triangle. All right, we're going back to my house. I'm getting my actual adventuring gear on, and we're going right out to the desert.
And you rapidly head out to the desert. Give me insight as part of it. You have +1 because Imbrinius and Vibius are with you, trying to help you find where the party ran off to.
I say insight and dex because you got to be careful where you tread here.
You have to walk without rhythm or wrong desert?
Wrong desert,
Okay,
but you
good.
do got to be careful, like shifting sand and getting your foot stuck.
It's true.
Some sort of creepy crawly out here.
Meta comment, but every time I hear walk without rhythm, I just picture white people. Like me.
I mean, suspiciously, that movie had a lot of white people. The remake fixed it. Ish.
Ish.
Ish. But yeah, I just, I hear the without rhythm part and my mind goes to humor. That's all.
You reduce difficulty of travel, so I roll 12 instead. Uh-oh. You're walking along. And there, in the dark, the starlit sky framing it, is a twist and writhe of metal crawling over a dune.
Has that always been there, or is that new?
That would appear to be a watcher. They are sent out by some of the other mechanical beasts to look for things to recover, quote unquote. Being spotted by one of these summons a lot more. It's mainly an eye. It literally is like an eye on a bunch of tentacles, but machined. Not terribly scary on their own, but they're scary because they summon help. And they usually travel at night because people during daylight see them and, take pot shots at them so they don't approach the town.
Ooh. If it's not heading towards the town, I don't want to fight that thing. We're gonna move around it.
Okay, Dex is part of it as you try to evade its notice. It crawls around. It stands on all its tentacles and puts its hot eyes high as it can. You very quickly get down off whatever dune you're on and hide. Wait. The glass kind of scraping at your hands a tiny bit because you had to dive out of the way quickly.
He grabs Abrinius and he suddenly understands why you don't wear a skirt in the desert.
He winces and ow, grabs like a little potion, kind of very quickly dashes his legs because ow, he just scraped the heck out of his leg there. The eye pivots round. You see a sudden, a big red light sweep over the dunes. You see some of the light rebound off the glass and up, which is why evading these things is actually pretty hard, especially at night. But you're an experienced adventurer, and you also know what this is, so you knew enough to run away from it. And it goes on its way. Okay. That was not okay, says Vipius.
You don't go outside, you idiot.
There's no need
idiot.
You don't need to call me names. You are an idiot, Vipius. Well, I know, but you don't have to point it out.
He's right.
Hey.
Okay. All right, let's keep moving. Where could they have gone?
Eventually. You see two people walking very slowly towards you. And over a dune, you see the figures of Lucius and Aether. Lucius and Aether, you climbed your way out of the sand and found yourself out in that glassy desert in the middle of the night. And thankfully, you saw the lights between the cliffs, so you don't know any other settlement nearby, so unless you want to go camping, you better start heading back. However, there is one problem. You're missing more Duncan.
Right.
On the plus
I'm probably
side,
not going to think of it. Right. Oh, go ahead.
on the plus side, you see Zevin Demeril along with Imbrinius and Vibius heading towards you, away from the village.
Okay, well, when I spot them, I'm going to turn and grab Lucius's arm. It's like, oh my God, we're not alone out here anymore. Let's just start hauling tail that direction in little bounds and leaps. I'm probably not going to think of it right away, but the game master should probably be aware that my backpack is just packed full of sand. If you recall.
Yum. My favorite snack.
Your inventory is currently 0.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I threw out everything I had and packed my bag full of that sand.
You do have sand. You don't have sand. You have many shards of glass, and your pack is pretty torn up because it's like you grabbed a bunch of that sand and glass and tossed it into your backpack.
Right.
Get some bread and make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear the jingling and jangling from Aether as bound. It's like It's like she put a bunch of that sand glass, and then you see parts of it tear a hole and start pouring out behind her. For some reason that is beyond comprehension, Aether seems to have filled her backpack with sand glass. I mean, you could use some of it for, like, cutting, I guess. Or if you wanted to make a glass, but you wouldn't, like...
We have no lack of sand.
Yeah, it's not like you're hurting
Oh.
for it.
Oh, is it not the stuff anymore?
No.
That's exactly what we're getting to. Yeah, I'm like,
Awesome.
no, this was magical sand. It was going to be able to do anything for me. I was going to shorten my project on the staff.
Lucius
And
and
then
Aether both
yeah.
look like they have, for some reason, dove into and buried themselves in sand glass. They look scratched up like heck. Although I imagine some splashes of some potion kind of healed over the wounds, but there's still that faint scarring of being scratched all over.
Oh yeah, we actually burrowed
Furthermore,
into the sand at one point. Yes.
Furthermore, do we look like we've been out in the desert for days?
For quite a well, when it comes to this desert, a few hours at night.
Feels
Yeah,
like right.
For
Yeah.
you two, it feels like it's days.
Well, I guess I'll flip my pack off my back and pour out all the junk and sift through it and dig out my shield and my staff. At least I kept those.
Seven rushes
all
in,
my-
gives
all my
Aether a big
regular
ol'
junk
hug.
Wasted. I won't like resist, and I just start crying.
Sup.
Oh.
You shouldn't go outside the desert. You should have said that.
Oh, is that another discovery?
Oh, that's right, because Evan's here.
Not exactly safe.
After hugging Aether, you and you kind of and you get her to like arm's length, well, half arm's length, because you're looking her in the face, talking to her. You see around her eyes are little streaks of purple and sparkles of starlight. You know that that's something that happens to people who venture, that sometimes happens to people who venture into the old ruins. Some people call it star sickness. It's you're not entirely sure what happens with star sickness, but yeah, they usually get shipped off to the capital. They don't get to dig anymore when that happens.
She's gonna stop hugging Aether, and she's gonna walk over to Lucius, and she looks like she's about to hug him, and then she puts one finger like in the corner of his mouth and then pulls it. Like, what do you think you were doing? Going into the desert night, you idiot!
I don't know how we got out there.
What are you doing?
Wait. Is this I'm trying to remember. Tween-The-Cliffs. Is everything normal there?
Why wouldn't it be normal? You're the one who's not normal. You fucking
I'm
the
gonna
desert
walk.
at night.
I'm gonna walk up by Lucy and say, "Is there a being there that like represents the entire settlement? Do we need to go talk to it too?" And then I put a little, big teary-eyed, bleary-eyed frown on my face, like I'm about to lose it.
Oh, wee.
Zevin,
Big saucer eyes.
Zevin, I'll note to you, Lucius has the same star sickness around his eyes.
Is it contagious?
Who knows? Actually, you know what? Insight's part of it. Maybe you know.
Yeah, you've been scrounging up precursor tech long enough.
I think I would probably say something along the lines of, "We're not going to run into Radabara again, are we?"
I don't know.
What are you guys talking about?
10 tells you that you don't think it's contagious, but you do know the capital cares a lot about it, but you're not sure why. It's not a disease, really. It's more of a infection.
Or like a condition.
Yeah.
An affliction? An affliction?
One, you guys are talking crazy talk. Two, where did you go?
Well, First of all, Lucius isn't kidding because I don't know how we got there either. We just suddenly were there, and I don't remember. Like, I don't remember anything about your town other than when we passed it and entered. Like, we had that whole scene with those mercenaries who wanted us to like peace tie our weapons and pay a fine. And I said that was too much. I was willing to do one or the other, but not both. And they agreed, so we all paid a fine to enter. And then I don't remember anything after that. Just
Oh,
suddenly
here's
we were all out there, and the sky was different, and the ground was sand made up of stars,
I
made up
I
of everything.
I have a question,
Hmm.
GM.
Yeah.
Now that we're back in like reality, as it were, um, are we able to feel like that it has only been a matter of hours, as
Or does
opposed
it
to
feel
the
like we've
days
been
that it
gone for
felt
weeks?
like? Yeah, like
Yeah,
what does it
like
feel
we were
like
there.
to us
It's your
now that?
memory. Your memories are true and sound.
Okay, then I'm gonna say yeah. It's like we were there for like weeks.
For
I haven't seen
seven,
you in weeks. 7.
for seven, she did take them in and show them to her family and all that, right?
Yeah. You two actually remembered that whole night. It was actually pretty pleasant. Lucius probably learned a few tastes he didn't know about. People like to pet Aether, I imagine, especially the young ones. They're like, "Hey, bunny." Um, the older people looked at
Okay.
you a little funny because not out of fear, more out of you're not machine, but you look weird. I don't know what to do with this
You're-
information. But Seven likes you, so you're cool, I guess.
Yeah, and I probably, speaking with some of the family, took the lay of the local, what the local politic is like.
And then boom, Sand Planet.
Yeah, you went.
Yeah, and then like, yeah,
And
weird.
yeah, it was a wild place. The only thing
But
that really got me was that the sand there, we could feel that it was trying to help us. We could feel it easing our way, curing our minor discomforts and fatigue, and keeping us
we
on our
can,
journey.
I mean, yes, this is all incredibly fascinating. I'm sure we can give Seven the full lowdown later, but not Aether, more Duncan is still out there.
Right, right. When those what were they? What were they called again? The the machines were going to attack us. You and I tried to hide from them when I burrowed into the sand and dragged you with me, and she ran, and I haven't seen her since. Do you think where would she have run back to? Do you think she ran back? You know what? Didn't we like leave from one of those safe harbor places, the Grove? She probably ran back to the Grove.
You guys really were gone for weeks. Oh, okay, that's weird. No, okay, I got something to add to that. The, you guys got star sickness. I don't think it's infectious, but and she pulls out Droney and is like, "All right, Droney, show him." And Droney like lights up this little lens in front
Wong.
to make a kind of mirror.
We
It's a shitty mirror, but you'll do what you can.
in the mirror, you see around your eyes a dark purplish black, and speckles of stars around your eyes. That matches what the sand looked like.
Right.
Yeah.
Lucius just looks at it, squints, and he says, "Oh dear God, it
Oh,
clashes with my complexion."
I'll just put my hand way up high on your shoulder and pat you gently and say, "It's not that bad. It's not your fault you have reddish hair, but yeah, that blue and that red hair aren't good to look for you."
Yeah,
But I
you guys
mean, I
get
guess
like
that's what we get for burrowing right into it. I feel like such an idiot. I'm sorry.
well,
I led you astray, Lucius. I'm sorry.
unless you decide to both try eyeshadow at the same time. Definitely star sickness. Right.
Yes, the that's right. We encountered what was it?
A magic grove.
Yes, sort of an oasis in the desert.
Right. Do you know where a magic grove or an oasis might be in the desert? That must be where she is.
Hmm. Should I recall that?
Insight's part of it. I'll give you -2 because I don't know why you'd ever go into the desert at low when you were a kid. That is death if you're not on a train.
No, not unless she wouldn't go into the desert unless she was with like her family
Yeah.
as backup. But anywhere they're talking about is probably too far in the desert for her to like go normally.
Yeah.
Is that the roll I just made?
16. That's a new number. You think about it.
And that's with the -2. Dang.
There's yeah, you'd never been, but you've heard Whistlekin go out there. Whistlekin, the reason he's so famous is that he's a moon elf who explores the desert, which moon elves don't usually do that here. Moon elves like the cities; they don't like the desert very much. But he seems to be fine, and he's adventured out there plenty of times. He's a master tinker in his own right, which you know, hearing the stories you've heard of the desert, no kidding. You can only imagine the things you have to fight out there. And he talked a story about a grove where the fruits were plentiful and the water like rainbows. And when that memory clicks, you've been to a grove like that in the Darklands. It's just that at the time, as a kid, it was just maybe it was just a funny tale he was telling little baby Zevin to fill your head with stories. But he may have been not kidding. He may have actually been talking about something that's real.
Okay. I think I know where you're talking about, and I think I maybe know where it is.
And
Oh,
I think I remember the path. I think I remember the way there relatively okay,
I'm just
but
gonna like I'm gonna look at you and say, I don't know if we can count on what we remember of our travels in that desert as being the same as travel in this desert. But maybe? Like it sort of feels like it's the same basic shape?
if we
I
get
don't
back to
know.
the train and the map, I can try to put down what I recall.
Oh, is my map okay? I'm gonna dig my map out. It's in a scroll case, so it should be safe.
You shake some extra sand glass that got in there, and you kind of shake it about to get it to shake all of it loose, and then flood it through the pages. Yeah, it seems to be fine. It seems to be magical paper, so it's actually pretty resilient.
Hmm.
Okay, good, good. I'm gonna inspect it carefully and see if there's any sign of anything mapping useful on the desert, on the incomplete map of the on the magical map.
Oop, let's go to the map.
Also, we should probably head back to the city. We probably should not
Yeah,
be just
this
standing out here in the
yeah,
desert.
good
Just
yeah.
point. I'll
Seven
stuff
would,
it.
yeah, she was actually, if she put it to a vote, she would have voted to go back to the city.
Yeah, I'll put it back in the scroll case when we head
we
back to
can
town, and then we deal with all this, right?
we can talk about all of this on the train.
Yeah. Plus, I need to replace my pack. Oh,
Oh, that
Oh,
was so
I should
unfortunate.
probably show you to Whistlekin or Grandmama or someone. I don't know if we have time.
And once we have
Well,
like oh yeah.
well, hopefully you won't like keel over or something before.
well, I mean, I don't feel great, but I don't feel like there's anything wrong with me.
Oh, and to give you an idea, because you more than one of you knows roughly where you're talking about, because you're able to kind of between Lucius and Aether trying to go. It was a roughly. It took us about. It was like here. It looked like this, and then Zevin, you've heard the story, so it's like okay. It sounds
The
like it's around here somewhere. It is.
Not to mention also the other thing, GM.
Y'all.
Don't forget,
Oh, you
I
have perfect
still
memory.
have my thing. I have my perfect recall memory. So at least presumably for the next few days or so, I should be able to perfectly remember that wonky extra dimensional overworld map we were on.
It's true.
Right. Well, if he compares what he can remember to the overworld map that I'm lying out on the table for us, can we basically place where we think it is, and does it show up on the map?
Whoop.
Woohoo! I'm like, look, there it
Eh,
is.
It's right there.
Oh, and look, there's even like a not a track, but like there's even a ley line that leads right to it, or right close to it within a few
We'll see
days.
about that.
Yes. Hmm.
That's what the blue line is, right? Ley lines.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Meanwhile, as you head back to town,
Dun, dun, dun.
Meanwhile,
more Duncan, you finally wake from your rest. The running hurt. It hurt a lot. Thankfully, you've had a place to drink and eat and have some semblance of safety. And oh god, is it so hot. Oh, why is the world made of heat? You wake up. Ow, the light. Oh, the sun is so bright. Oh, you're in the oasis still, but it ain't the desert you remember. You see the glass sand in countless directions.
Oof. I'm gonna try to find some shade.
Well, thankfully, you find the tree full of its gem fruits. You're able to duck under it, and almost immediately, as you get closer and closer to the trunk, you find it gets remarkably chiller and cool. You actually see a couple of desert animals kind of huddling right next to the tree as they're sleeping. Some of them kind of perk up as you get closer, like and then scuttle to the other side of the tree, like, "Hey, I was sitting there, but whatever." You see like scorpions and see a camel-looking creature kind of drinking from the water. Kind of looks over at the lot of you hiding under the tree, just chewing lazily, and then looks back down to the water and drinks some more. Little rabbit kind of sniffs its nose at you. Its little ears flicker.
Reminds you of Aether.
Yeah.
All right.
Turns into a Vorpal Bunny initiative. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No.
Oh shit.
it, Evil Aether, oh no!
The Vorpal Bunny of Carnabog.
Vorpal Bunny.
Classic.
Vorpal Bunny.
Run away!
Thank you, Monty Python, for your classic.
Is it going to give me a Vorpal soul?
I mean, you just have to fight a thing solo. You can do that, right?
No, thank you.
I mean, you can
I
figure
don't wanna. I'm good.
So what do? None of the creatures seem afraid of you. More afraid of the heat as much as you are.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can fill my canteen with water, since like tree means probably water nearby. So
Yeah, there's a big old pool of water. An iridescent rainbow of color. Camels drinking from it. You fill your canteen with it. This is like that. This is like that elixir you guys have been traveling with.
okay, I'll take a sip of it.
It tastes like your favorite drink.
Okay.
If a bit spicy, if you had to throw a word out, like someone added extra cinnamon to it or something.
That's fine. So now that I know I'm not going to die of thirst, uh, I'm wondering if I can try to use the sun and math to figure out where the heck I am,
You're
or if I'm going to have to wait till nightfall.
you're experienced enough adventurer to kind of figure this out eventually, and you're like, one problem that's hard is that you're looking at a massive desert. That tricks you, but you do know there's only one grand desert in the known realms.
Which
I
does
mean, you
narrow
could,
it down.
yeah. So usually the safe bet is either you look for the glowing lights. That's it's almost like along the horizon. There's these little pinpricks of flashing lights. In modern terms, think of it almost like airline, like those big towers they have to make sure you don't hit stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think that, except it's those are like the cities of Oscara because the spires go, oh god, high. So hey, on the plus side, in the countless realms where anything could be, you're probably near Oscara, hopefully. And you look north, you don't see the Grand Mountain Range, so you're probably not near the Sultanate. And eventually, you spend like a good chunk of the morning going, "Where am I?" Think about it. Check map. Check your regular travel map that you have, and you figure you're about there. Like, yeah, you figure out where you are.
Okay. Well, now that I know where I am,
You're looking at on foot. You're looking at 7 days of travel, assuming that gets you back to that. Nothing gets in the way.
well, I doubt I can make it there on foot because I'm gonna die of thirst before I get over there. Um, I'll dig through
Actually, how much inventory do you have?
11 points.
You for each point other than today because you've got free water each day afterward, because you're not traveling with the party, you are solo traveling, so it's a lot more dangerous for you. You have if you don't find water in the hex you're traveling through, you can use up an inventory point to drink water,
Okay.
because one presumes as an adventurer you'd have a lot of spare water, especially if you knew you were going to the desert sometime soon.
Perfect. I'm gonna uh wait until nightfall and try to move after dark because I'm assuming if I move in the daytime, I'm gonna be at higher risk of like heat stroke.
That's true.
Especially since like I'm a northerner. I'm not used to heat like this.
The cliffs of
Melting.
Tierce, this is not.
Yeah.
Used to cold and wet, I assume.
Yes.
Oof. Well, at least it wasn't a 20 again.
You travel for a day and find, as you go over one of the glassy dunes, a massive. Now, some of the what you usually do is that when you're not following the tracks, you really can't. There isn't any. Most people travel on the tracks out here. You're told, but if you're traveling the desert, you're learning that there's huge swaths of it that are just glittering glass that are very very sharp, and you do not want to put your full weight on it because it is like broken glass. You will slide, you'll skitter, and monsters hide in those things. So yeah, you avoid those. So you stay at the sandy bits as much as possible. And as you
Yeah.
get over a sandy dune, you see a dune that looks like it's just made of glass, dominating the entire direction you want to go.
Oh crap. I'm gonna try and find a way around that.
Insight is part of it.
Okay. I will go with Insight Will, I think. Wait, one sec. Okay, good. So roll. Submit. Thank you.
Uh oh.
Uh, One moment.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You got one Fabula.
yeah, I'm gonna use that Fabula to Journey Merchant. I have traveled a lot. Submit. There we go.
Hey.
You got a critical success.
Hurrah!
We could either
Opportunity.
push the Ascara clock back because that's getting pretty high, or some other opportunity.
Yeah, let's move the Ascara clock backwards.
It seems the arrival
Over.
of yourself and the rest of your party has bolstered hope in the region. And likely the story of this venture, of your return, should be a fun story once you're done getting around this stupid mountain of glass. Why is it so big? You can go either, you can't go this way, but you can go this way or this way. Alternatively, you did roll 14. I am willing to give you did get a critical success. For 2 inventory, you can get some climbing kit and climb up and over the glass very quickly.
I'm not. I'm gonna go around the glass. I'll detour around it. I don't really wanna. I'll detour south around it.
Oh, okay.
Uh, because yeah, I don't really want to travel after dark in an area that I know monsters are gonna be frequenting while I'm traveling alone.
Meanwhile,
That doesn't seem wise.
back in between the cliffs.
Can I spend some gold to just reacquire my standard adventuring pack and things that I throw away?
Certainly can.
My inventory point. Why not?
There's a market here.
How much does it
Yep.
cost for the backpack itself?
A treat,
Like the inventory
it'd be
points,
another
I know.
5.
Okay. So 65 to refill.
Well, I got everything I need. And once we're on the train, Lucius wants to go to, the room where we have all our crafting stuff and, the cool robot 7 and, table space. And he wants to try and draw out to the best of his ability the a map of what he saw.
Certainly. One moment. You're not coming with me, but hey, people watching, you get to see what I'm copying.
Yep. Because
Dramatic irony for the audience.
yes, so 7, to give you the rundown of that, basically we found ourselves in a weird like liminal space where we were basically on the overworld map, like
Mhm.
full size on the overworld map, but it was the overworld map of the precursor civilization.
What?
Yeah.
Oops, actually.
Like, I assume you're explaining all this to Seven while she's starting up the train, and she's just sitting there, like trying to stare at where she's going, but also looking at you bug-eyed.
Yeah. And he says, and Aether gathered all that sand into her bag because, well, again, I don't really do the whole magical technology thing, but that sand was magical technological sand, alchemical sand. And 7, it was a desert of the stuff.
Like orichalcum, but like a full.
It was called star sand. It was even rarer than orichalcum, I think. It's like the stuff that creation is made of.
And that's how the precursors accomplish. Actually, did we ever get a name for that precursors? I feel like we did.
Well, we know the one that we talked to, Radabara. But that was basically a personification of that ancient dead
Yes.
civilization, I guess. Which makes no sense, but that's who we dealt with. He wasn't very nice.
You know,
I mean, he was
told that in the capital any of this, and you had proof that you'd get paid like a salted sum of money and like. Oh.
Well,
The same
I don't
thing.
know about proof, but I mean, the evidence is that we remember it and we both remember it the same. But I guess it's not that important when you consider that we're still missing our friend and we need to find her. I'd like to know, on top of like heading out to get her, do you think you could modify Droney to like scan for her while we travel? Because if I know more, she's not one to like sit and wait to be rescued by anybody.
Definitely. And she's going out to the desert. She might be traveling during the day or during the middle of the night.
I don't know which, but we should probably do something about looking for her while we're traveling so we don't miss her.
Yeah. All right. One of you needs to man the train. Vivius.
Yes.
Congrats to the conductor now. She takes off her conductor hat from its like hook on the wall and she
Ah,
puts it on his head.
the map is mad at me.
Vivi's, this is everything I've ever wanted.
Oh no. One person you should never give power to.
The power just immediately goes to Vivius's head.
Yeah.
Immaculate.
Well, what can I do to help?
Uh, um, you craft? If you can help me
Uh,
craft, we can work together. I can use two hands to
well, I mean, I don't
hold
really
up
know
in
what I'm
this.
doing, but I'll do what I can. I'll try to help.
Okay. Or that, or maybe we should get a skin sample.
A what?
Your face, but you kind of like pull your lower eyelids down and kind of.
You want a skin sample?
I don't know what's wrong with you. Okay, just normally people who get that they get sent to the capital and then I know they get some fun cushy job or something.
Well, that sounds awful personal, but it's you. I trust you. Um, do you want
If
to
you
like
train.
take a swab from inside my mouth or something, or
Yeah, we'll
hack a
do
tip of my
everything.
ear off?
No, not everything. Seven's like a panic mess. She has to like she doesn't want to move the dead puppet of herself. That's like see on the table. Like she's given it cute night clothes and is
Ah,
like bundled up like it's sleeping. She
Oh, I
feels
forgot about the
bad.
dead. I forgot about the dead puppet of you.
Oh,
She's
it's
been
not
working on it
dead.
behind the scenes. It's
Right.
for for life moving breathing talking purposes it's dead, but it's
Right. Right.
alive.
Okay.
It
Well,
is turned off.
I will definitely trust you if you want to take a little sample of me somehow. I just squint my eyes like I think something's gonna hurt,
insight is part
like a
of.
child.
Sorry, Dex is part of it. Zevin.
She's not a doctor.
No.
This probably will hurt. Where's the doctor
Depends on
here?
what you're trying to take as a sample, I guess. Yeah.
That deck? Yeah, no, you're able to collect a sample without it actually hurting at all.
Oof.
Lucius, you have an
Probably
image
does
sent
that.
to you in DMs.
Swab in the nose or mouth or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
This is
When you're done, I'll
cool.
look at you and go, Can I have a piece of candy now?"
Oh,
I think I got some in the cupboard. If you want that, then Lucius, your job. Get ready to get your hands dirty.
hmm. Why must I get my hands dirty?
The whole
We're taking
train
apart Droney.
shifts under you as you go the wrong way and you bump into something. Sorry, hold on, I got it.
Oh no.
And then he gets it going the way he's supposed to be going.
Wow, I didn't even know someone could turn a train the wrong way. That's amazing.
Vivius, if you go up the ley line, I'll kill you.
Don't worry, we'll probably be dead first.
You're right, we probably will be dead. Lucius, come here.
Okay. After you get the sample from me, then I'll say, okay, so how can I help you? Like, did you say you were gonna like modify Droney so that she could help us find more?
Yeah, Lucius,
Or
you gotta write down everything you remember. Everything.
I presumably you're talking about what I saw.
Yeah, everything.
Yep. Hang on, why is this? Man, this is slow loading for me. Um,
And either we're gonna reprogram Droney.
okay, I'll do my best. Oh, and when I'm done, I can journal too because I write about everything later. Like I also keep a journal.
Ooh, everything.
Okay,
Cool.
so I'll do it
So
later.
GM, I'd like to start a project then.
You'd like to start a project, would you?
Yep,
All right,
if possible.
let's look up what it costs you. Project time.
That's the only way I can justify this.
But you could just lie.
I mean, I could just lie, but you're the omniscient, all-powerful GM.
Yeah, I know you're lying. They don't necessarily know that. There's a check. Um, so you need. So you want to change Droney to do what?
We need to upgrade its little scanner from like a couple meters to maybe a hex in case she wandered from the ley line.
Ooh.
Which of
Ooh.
course I did.
Uh. Okay. Hold on.
Would it be easier if you modify it to only like scan for people that would fit Moore's description somehow?
Perhaps.
Area is
Versus
what's
scan
making
for
it
anything?
cost so much. That's the big.
Ah, okay.
That's the
I
most
didn't know.
expensive
I was
thing.
tossing out
Um,
ideas. By the way,
um,
the soundboard you have playing of the wind is pristine. It really feels like we're in the desert.
that is
Good job.
by who is it? Tabletop Audio.
Well, it's very nice.
Yeah, they have
Excellent
really good.
voice.
They have really good soundscapes.
I'm gonna have to look into those. That's really good.
Do
I could use some of
you?
those.
They do have a website for all their stuff, but they also have their entire
Okay.
library on Roll20 as well. But if you want to use it for in other platforms, you would get it from their website. As long as you give them credit,
Okay.
they're cool.
I'll check it out. Yeah, I use Albar Radio personally, but yeah, cool. Thank you.
Do you want this change to be a permanent change, or do you want it to be something you spend inventory points to activate?
I can spend inventory points to activate it.
You need at least 800 zenits for the project. You're basically trying to turn its sensor into something that could scan an entire hex. And that's huge.
I got 800 on it.
So you buy up some supplies. Um,
before we leave,
and you're not trying to knock down the price at all. So you're not introducing a flaw. Actually, that is a thing you can do. Come to think of it, so you could give it the flaw that you give it as it is. It can scan a whole hex, but if you're willing to knock it down, if you want to take a 25% discount, you could have it focus only on party members.
I'm willing to take a flaw for that, or you could just say the flaw is it deactivates Droney and she loses all her class features for that while it's active.
It's not really much of a flaw because it would never help. It would never hurt you in the middle of a fight in overworld travel. It would only hurt.
True.
Yeah, it would only hurt you. In
All right, yeah. Well, let me just say it scans for party members. I'll take that.
Okay. So
still useful.
Seven, I would actually pay that 200 difference if you want to go without the flaw, because I feel like just having a scanner that goes out a whole hex with no flaws would be way more useful to us in the future.
All right, I've got 1,804 in it. Seven's been holding on to it for a good.
Actually,
reason.
wait. And you know what? I'll also because it was 800 Zenit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be like a 200 difference, right?
I'll throw 200 of my own in there.
Yeah, if you were discounting it, it'd be 200. So if you want the full scan power, then it'd be 800.
It'd be 800 total. Yeah.
Okay. 200 from you,
Yes.
600 from me.
I think
Was Aether?
Aether. I think both Aether and I are throwing 200 in.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So you only owe
Four.
400.
So only 400 to you, right?
Yeah.
This feels like money well spent. So
Yeah, this feels like a tool that.
We
This
can
feels
always
like
use
a tool. Yeah, this feels like a tool that will be useful outside of just this
Oops.
circumstance.
You guys can take back 100 gold from each of you.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, cool.
I should have fucked that first.
Oh, your class ability makes it cheaper.
Nice.
Visionary. Ahaha.
Thank you.
So, oh, actually, that affects how fast it goes, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
We work a project up to a certain amount of Islamic pay, generate additional. It's intentional. Oh, you pay for some of it ahead of time because you're skill level. Okay, because you know how to make it. Good. So you, after 1 day of travel, you need to get 8 progress to build it. You do 1 for just working on it for a day because you're on the train messing with it, and you have at least 1 rank in Tinkerer, so you get an additional progress. So that's 2 progress of 8, and an additional.
Does my help also add any?
You're not a
It
Tinkerer.
should be it should be
Okay.
4, right? Because it's additional progress every day. And I've level 3.
Oh, I haven't gotten to that yet. I was interrupted.
Oh, sorry.
Going back to the list because I don't want to miss anything. 8's the target. You did 1 just for working on a project. An extra 1 because at least 1 Tinkerer is working on this, so there's 6 left. 6 minus 3 because you have Visionary, so you have 3 left after the first day of travel.
Okay.
They're saying 1 more day of travel and she could have it basically ready by the 2nd day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I guess that's fine. If I'm not really very much help, then I can spend that time journaling, like she asked.
Any question you have about the journey that you want me to answer? The dream journey, I mean. Sorry.
Oh,
You
yes.
know, like for our records?
For you,
That's a good
Aether,
one.
in particular.
Okay. Yes. I think Aether, by the time she's done writing everything she can remember down, would most like to know, looking back on it and it feels so clear, does she really think that it was just some sort of weird hallucination with an accelerated time frame in our minds, or did we actually go to some other realm?
Insight's part of it.
Okay. Oh, sorry, opening my sheet.
Yep.
Thinking.
In Lucius, there's no role for, because of your perfect memory. That's why you have the map that you have. It's actually a lot more detailed than it should be.
Yeah, figure as much.
Would this be an open roll or?
Open roll, yeah.
Okay, then I get a +1 for my ring.
Because the higher you get, the more I can tell you.
Okay. There we go.
So I have to check my notes so I don't mislead you. You get really high, so I'm not supposed to mislead you when you get good rolls.
Wow.
Feels right somehow. I don't know.
Interesting.
So you think on it. It feels like a dreamed memory.
Okay.
Fractures of what once was. Like fragments of when things pass and end, the Sea of Souls absorbs everything and then it gets turned back into mana and then rises back up into the living world. There's a cycle that permeates over and over and over. This has kind of been broken out of that cycle, so it's like it's like you've stumbled into a fragment of memory that should not be here anymore.
I see.
And you actually figure out that if one doesn't breathe in but inhales the scent of a large amount of glass sand, it's almost like the memory's trapped. The glass sand that you see is the corpse of what you saw.
So it's like a carrier. Like we basically ingested or inhaled this stuff and it gave us these visions. or something.
And that's why
So
when
that-
the window opened the other day and the cabin got blasted,
Ah.
Zevin was fine because she was up front controlling the train. Everyone else in the back got a nice blast of that glass sand. I mean, Lucius
Okay.
got the worst of it, but it still like filled the cabin for a
Right.
second.
Damn
Okay,
it, Lucius.
So I'm filling out my entire journal and I'm detailing it super carefully. And when I'm finally done, I write one final line at the very bottom. As usual, this was all
Ooh.
Lucius's. And then I put a little, a little heart symbol next to it, like
little heart
I love him anyway. Oh, Lucius. But then
Oh,
when I'm done
Lucius.
and I filled it out completely, I'll give it to Seven to read, as she had requested it.
Thanks.
But that also explains why and what happened to us, as far as she can figure out. Yeah. You-
So I have sort of a question.
Yeah.
So from my determination of like distances and such, are the hexes that exist on this memory that you've given me a 1-to-1 for hexes as they appear here?
Yes.
Interesting. Because the numbers don't line up.
The numbers shouldn't line up. The world was different once upon a time.
Aha. Good to know. Okay. Well, I can sort of work out from there then. Cool.
I'm gonna
Cool. Good to know.
swap over to more Duncan, as she is
Yep,
traveling
cool.
across the desert. Yep, it's been 2 days. Wow,
Yep.
walking desert kind of sucks. You owe me an inventory point, or I'm gonna start picking on you.
Yep. I will
2,
spend the inventory
3,
point.
4,
You
5.
drink some water. You empty out a whole canteen of water. It's like, yep. Okay, good thing you bought that the other day.
Yep.
Where do you go?
Son of a.
I guess I'll go
Mother-
north, west.
Okay.
Trying to get
Wait,
back
wouldn't
to
that take her
Poland.
right back to the thing she avoided?
She went around it.
Oh, okay. It didn't fill the hex then. Gotcha.
No, thankfully.
Okay.
If it did fill the hex, I would have marked it on the map. Like, you guys
I
need to know
get
that's
you.
there.
It was big, but it wasn't
Man.
that big.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. fair
Oh
enough.
god damn it! They know exactly where they are. Son of a gun.
What are you talking about, Lucius?
So, more Duncan, you're walking along. Hey, look. The dunes aren't as high around here. No glass. That's kind of nice. Oh, that dune's pretty far away. Oh, it's so hot. You haven't seen any creatures for a while. Hey, your foot's sinking. Your other foot's sinking. What?
No.
Uh-oh. You're sinking.
Um, I will try to pull myself out.
Insight's part of it. You need to know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are not a desert traveler. This is not well-known information to you. You do know what to do in bogs. So for 2 inventory points, you could pull out a long bit of rope and try to throw it out. Wait. Well, it's 2 points because one's rope, and you need another point to have like a heavy weight to throw. Because otherwise, there's nothing to tie onto. You're just out in the middle of the desert, so you have to throw something that's heavy, so you have something to tug on.
Sure.
To pull yourself out will be might as part of it as you have to haul yourself out of the sand.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Hey. Not bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, yes, solid ground. Okay, all right. Yep. The sand glass basically tore the crap out of the rope. That's useless now. And hey, that old pilum you got back in Coriastellum. You wonder if, oh, yeah, that blunted itself when it went into the sand. Great, you're not getting that back. So you're gonna have to go around that. That's annoying. But hey, you know not to go in big flat bits of between dunes like that again.
Yep. Lesson learned.
Insight roll as part of it. Something may be following you. It's opposed.
Oh no.
Ooh.
What was that? Explain yourself.
I refuse.
I got
I
doubles.
think it was like a haunted house sound. I
Well,
don't know.
unfortunately, doubles only matters if I succeed. So.
Yay.
You beat the opposed roll, thankfully.
Someone is trailing after you. With a friend.
Great.
Do you plan to travel through the night, or what's your plan? Because they're probably they there's not a whole lot of places to hide, honestly.
Yeah, I'll try to travel through the night.
Might is part of it. Opposed, you have to outmight them, basically.
Hopefully they'll get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. It's not good. Oh well. Hey!
Oh,
Shock
Huh.
and amazement.
You're both
Okay.
fighting for last place.
Yeah,
And-
you don't have to be the fastest runner. You just can't be the slowest. It's like outswimming a shark.
For a brief second, as you walk away from them, you think you see something where they once were. A big plume of sand.
oh, they got.
You could go back to look, or you could keep going. Try to follow you.
Choose your destiny.
Actually, no, they got hung back, so they actually have to wait back here. I'm wrong.
I sometimes wish that Moore was not a goodly person, but anyway. Yeah, Moore's gonna go back because they might need help. And wait, travelers should look after each other.
Meanwhile, back at the train,
Seven is working on this little gizmo like a mad woman.
Aether is probably trying to watch and semi-help or learn what Lucius is doing to drive the train.
Vibius,
She's
you
not
mean?
supervising him like she's trying to stop him from doing anything wrong
I
because
think
she
you mean
doesn't really
Vibius.
understand what she's doing. What she's really doing is actually just watching and learning.
A lot of the control is about powering up the engine as you're going up a hill and then tapering off as it goes down because the weight of the train will kind of let it roll down anyway. There does seem to be a little control that tilts the train left and right a tiny bit. It's so it can jump rails. Vibius tries very hard not to tilt it left and right because that's how you derail the train if you're not careful. So that's. But thankfully, it has a lot of tolerances and it's very well machined, so it's kind of made to make sure that unless you do something really dumb like haul it hard left or haul it hard right, it's not going to jump the rails. You've actually probably seen Zevin do that sometimes when she's changing track. She'll suddenly jerk the thing quickly to the left and then bring it back to neutral and then push forward. Maybe
Like,
he's just
she's an
trying very hard.
expert. She could drift. She could drift the train.
Yeah, she could probably spin it
She's
around and have it face the
right.
other way.
She could do like Tokyo Drift Train Edition because she's such a good driver.
Oh God, what's the movie? Polar Express.
I never saw it
Thinking it
actually.
God,
too. They
God,
do
that
drift the train.
They did
the
that. Oh my god,
People
never
stupid.
play
saw it.
Eurobeat over it.
I never
It's
saw
so
the
dumb.
movie, but
Oh,
the
it's so
Tokyo Drift
dumb.
idea was just so funny to me. Anyway, um, yeah, here's hoping you get the project completed in time and we can find her. I'm so worried about more.
And
Uh,
hey,
oh, so I have a Oh yeah,
go ahead, go ahead.
I have a question. While Seven is working on that, these camps here, did we ever have any inkling as to what those are?
Zevin, what are those?
The little settlements, like here.
Yeah,
Like if they're not ruins, and they're not like, I don't know, um, who knows who's out there? Not many. It's probably like one of those exploration camps where people do digs and then they temporarily inhabit it and then leave when their supplies run low, or the grant money stops coming.
there's your inkling.
As Lucius just looks at the paper and says, "Wait, those are official, regular stop camps inhabited by traveling teams that are. Wait, no, no." Oh no. Oh no. And he immediately stands up and like walks out of the room and goes to wherever Seven is working on whatever she's working on. Seven,
Yeah, so
you need to
just soldering this. What was it?
you need to see this.
You need to see this cliche. Ding. Um.
Ding. Yep.
Also, you hear
I thought
beep.
we were all in one room.
You're in one big car, yeah.
Okay, so there may be subdivisions of it. Okay,
You hear the drone go beep boop, and it makes a loud flash at Seven's back. And hey, look, the scanning thing works. You'll have to replace that battery. Oh well, at least it works now.
It works.
yay!
The back of your head feels a little warm. That's a really bright light.
I give Seven a big hug. Good job.
Thanks. I haven't been sleeping. All right, what is it? And she takes off her little goggles, and she's got dark shadows under her eyes, but that's mostly from not sleeping.
Um, and he and he motions over to the table where he has stuff out, and he pulls up like the first crude map that he drew that wasn't really at any particular scale.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows 3 cities. One that he's drawn with green ink. To the right of it is one that he drew with red ink. Down to the right, one with yellow ink, and then far off to the left, he drew one in purple.
Right.
And like circled that and wrote rock bottom next to it.
Right, and the red one is
Um,
labeled Radabara.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he also draws like a little mark in between the green, red, and yellow one that indicates the like the swamp, the not swamp, the
I mean, it is. Sort of.
what's it?
Oasis.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
grove, the
The
oasis.
oasis, yeah, the Oasis Grove swamp. Um, and then he says, "These are the cities of the precursors that we saw in that fugue state of ours. Um, they're larger than any city that we'd ever seen. And whatever that state was, it allowed us to see a bird's eye view and view the Empire from the scale that they likely saw themselves. And I'm able to map that onto our own world. I remember
Mhm.
the scaling well enough, and he moves it over, and you see like he has another sheet of paper that's drawn basically to scale with like the rest of the world map, but it also has like the cities that he drew on them, and then he shifts it over like overlaid with the world map that we have and like flattens it out so it all overlays, and you see that the green perfectly overlays this camp, the red perfectly overlays this camp, and the yellow perfectly overlays this camp.
Yeah, that's well, I don't know the exact details of what they're digging for, but it's classified areas there.
They're digging up ancient precursor cities.
Civilizations, actually. They're artifacts from civilizations
Nope.
of the past.
Okay, that's not good.
E- each of those each of those spots, eh, they have their camps set up, but the cities that inhabited those spots radiate for miles. Like he motions to this entire like, 6 hex here, like, and you can understand from the way he has drawn it, like it's an entire city, like a that many hex big city.
I think it was bigger
Oh,
than that, actually.
you got to think about how many automatons.
Right?
I'm looking at it. Nope, that's the size.
But we were basically hallucinating that stuff. Like we were experiencing something that is a shadow of the truth, but it wasn't truth. It was
Perhaps,
like
perhaps not.
broken dreams and cast-offs from the well of souls, from the
Or
stream
something
of
else,
life.
or something else entirely. We'll see. But I can tell you one thing, Seven. What we saw there was an empire at its height.
Yep. And he was polite, but he wasn't nice.
Oh, horrifying. Right.
But anyhow, enough doom and gloom. I assume that that bright flash from earlier means that your scanning device works.
Well, like soldering needs a little extra touch. It needs new battery now. After that, basically, assuming it doesn't blind me before then.
Beep boop.
Well, I mean, if it went off, then it found her, though, right?
Uh-uh.
Well, we
Well,
should
let's
give it
go.
a
Check the
test at
data.
least.
I'll dump the data on it.
It took a very detailed scan of your back. You were testing the battery to make sure it fit, and then you were distracted by Lucius, so you turned and let the battery drop, and that's when it fired.
Like it caught like a, oh God, I almost want to imagine it like caught Seven making a really awkward like mid expression.
Yeah.
It's got like every single pore of her face.
Yeah, it's like little scan details of like, here's your exact skin condition of Lucius. Here's what the fabric of the ceiling's made of. It's like putting a telescope and pointing it up in a train car. It's like, what?
Wow,
Right.
we need to dust.
Yep. You can't really dust here.
If
Canapito.
someone puts me on
Anyways,
a stick, I will not stand for that.
we'll fluff your ears against the ceiling.
No, 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 no. I need my ears dust
Oh
free.
no, we're running out of track. Oh no, there's more coming. Never mind, I got it. We're okay.
I swear to God.
As Vibius was
Why
going
are
over a
you leaving
thing.
this dude to driving, Lucius? Get on your post.
I am on my
So you
post.
should, at this
No,
point. Maybe you
Lucius
should
needs to be
drive.
driving. Yeah,
Oh, why am I on these controls then?
because Lucius likes to designate,
Delegate.
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 delegate, whatever. I English very well. Lucius, would you please go take the controls like you were asked to?
But I got it. Because Lucius
Either
was spending
does-
the last day drawing and scaling, so he wasn't really able to drive. It's like Vibius took
Yep.
over.
Yep. He wanted to make sure that he got this all down because this special ability that he has that lets him instantly revisit stuff only lasts for a week.
Yeah.
7 is going to replace that battery and fire up the droney.
Okay. You owe me 1 inventory as you burn away a Magisphere bolt. A little one
Sure.
though, because it's meant for a drone, not for like attacking somebody. What
And
heck?
I'll update dronies Mark 4 now.
Which hex around you do you flash? As you pointed out the train.
Here.
Doop. You, as the train's trundling along, you let the drone go out the window. It and it has to go really fast to stay with the train. And then poof, a massive flash goes off. Yeah, anyone in that direction, anyone in that hex is aware something did a right break flash from that direction. That's huge, whatever that was.
Is that like a built-in flaw of the device, or that we give ourselves away? Because I didn't imagine that it would do that.
Well, I mean, technology has its has to scan somehow.
Okay. Fair. So it's an active scan. Got it.
Journey comes back. It starts falling behind. It turns up its engines a little bit more and catches back up with the train. Beep boop.
We'll check that.
Inside is part
Send
of
it
it.
out again.
As wow, there is a ton of there's a lot of data. Okay, there has to be a faster way to do this. Okay, all right. So yes, that's sand. Yep, that's sand. That's it. Okay. Let's just skip all the bits that say sand. You already know that. Okay. Yep, that's sky. That's sky. Okay, let's skip the sky bits. Eventually, as you sort it out, because it scanned everything in that X, and gives you very detailed information. Which, by the way, the weather over there is pretty good.
Great.
You as far as you can tell, it looks to be. You do not see more Duncan anywhere in that hex, as far as the scanner goes. There are some life forms out there. None of them match who you're looking for. There is a clutch of those hunters scurrying about over there, so just don't go that way, and they won't, because you're a whole hex away. They probably saw the flash, but they wouldn't have, at best, they would think it's one of them scanning. So they wouldn't have thought anything weird about it.
Yay.
You did also see a lot of glittering glass. Any additional question you would like me to answer? Because you hit way more than I needed you to hit.
Can it scan under the sand? Did it see anything down there?
It did, yeah.
Sand, I assume.
Sand and so tell me, when in Magisphere Tech,
Mm-hmm.
when you want to build something complex, do you have like multiple spheres that you kind of join together, or do you put them like on a board to kind of connect them to each other?
Well, you can just join them together if you want them to do the same thing. But if you want any sort of complex processes, you kind of have to put them together either in a linear fashion or in this sort of, circuit board. Think redstone.
You see a complex network of that redstone underneath the sand. It's quite deep.
Imperial conduit.
Meanwhile, or Duncan, what have you done?
God.
Your kindness is going to be your undoing.
Well, for the record, Moore, I am proud of you. You made a good call, as in a good alignment decision.
Hey, more Duncan, you there with us?
Yeah.
Okay, you might not be
Yeah.
for long. You come over the dune and you see this huge, round, smelly, shockingly quick, chicken-like looking abomination of gears and magispheres that is doing its best to drive its beak into the bodies of the people who were following you. The people who were following you are dressed in the colors of the alchemist house that you're rivals from.
Ah. Okay.
You start the fight because you're surprising them in the middle of a fight, so you're the sudden appearance. A new challenger's arrived, and they don't know what to do with you right now because they were kind of busy fighting this thing.
Well, I'm not necessarily trying to fight them, but they might be trying to fight me.
I will note this thing looks elite, so it does have 2 turns, not just 1.
Oh gosh, why did I do this to myself? Okay.
Because you're a good egg.
More Duncan. It's nice.
I will spend a trade point so that I don't have to spend inventory points. And I'm going to roll 5d20 since I have my alchemist bag. Okay, so
You start digging through your bag like crazy.
yeah, that creature. Oh no. No, I can't do that. Damn. That is annoying. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Well then. Let's see.
Light mage solo battle.
I and every ally on the scene, I guess, which I guess I'll include those 2 dudes.
Okay.
Recover 50 hit points and 50 mind points. The D20s are not rolling in the way I want to right now.
They overheal because you have that ability.
Yeah, and I overheal as well.
Noise.
Oops. Yeah, no, that's right.
Come on, dang it.
So as you go racing up and over Dune, you huck up your alchemy potion in the air as it blasts and rains down on the 3 of you. The other 2 look surprised when that happens. You know what? There's no roll here. That's the bigger threat. They'll deal with you later. If you wanted to attack them, you would have done it already.
Yeah.
They're gonna attack the big thing. Although, bad guy gets to go first, so bad guy is going to attack target 1 or target 2. There is a third target. Target 1, 2, or 3. Target 3.
No.
No.
It turns its
Hopefully
head
one of them-
around like a full 360 degree. The rest of its mechanical body goes to meet with it, and poof! It jumps and flaps its massive chicken-ish wings, and then it comes at you like a bullet.
A big chicken-shaped bullet.
Yeeks. Okay.
I have to try to hit you.
Maybe one of them is a guardian. Doubtful.
Well, and they wouldn't have player character classes anyway.
Oh no, but they could have some feature like it. Who knows?
17. Hit you?
Yeah.
Oh, hits you magic defense, sorry.
Yep.
Poof! It drives you into the sand, its whole body just pushing you, and you start skidding across as the glass starts shredding your backpack and your armor. Thankfully, your armor is sturdy enough to withstand tiny little glass, but still, ow. But you notice that you feel a tiny. You're kind of defending yourself and shielding yourself, and then you feel a little dink come from its beak, and oh, you feel kind of tired. You have the slow condition as it bounds off of you and goes back to a fighting position. Don't just stand there. Kill the damn thing. Oh, got it. That's the other two. Realize, hey, that's an opening. They can finally attack it now. They've been mostly evading this thing the whole fight. Come back here. Ah. He runs over with his axe and tries to swat at it.
Well, there's this problem. You don't swat with an axe, you slash.
Or
He's
hack.
something he knows better.
I mean,
Yeah, or hack.
it looks like you're right. What are you doing? The
there-
sharp bit, you idiot! The sharp bit! As it baps it with the flat end of his axe. Thankfully for you, Morduncan, that drew its attention. Its head turns away from you. Okay, yeah, that's creepier up close than it is far away. And then it tries to munch down on him. And that craw, it's kind of machined. You hear like a digitized noise coming from it.
Okay.
I'm picturing the sound of an old modem doing a startup routine.
Uh-oh. Let's hope that didn't hit.
Up.
Oh, that
Up
hit.
that.
That hit. Uh-oh. Do anything special when
It
you
is
do when that
magic.
happens, friend? So. Oops, sorry. Brain, let's go. There we go. Baff! It slashes at him, and you see streams of some sort of greenish fluid emanate from its beak, and the guy kind of gets knocked back a little bit. It burns! As you see poison sizzling and burning his skin. The mercenary, while it's distracted, it's going to take this opportunity to attack. Points her pistol at it. Actually, sorry, not a pistol. Wrong place. She lifts up a crossbow, loads it. Wait, No, she'll actually spend a round. She loads her crossbow, and then she grabs out a crank and starts turning it quickly on it as she's getting it to a heavier and heavier draw.
Charge.
Your side acted last, therefore the bad guy gets sacked first. Target 1. It hit him. It hit you. It doesn't hit target 1. Hey, target 1. Grah!
I predict either slow or poison.
Oh. That hits for a lot. As it knocks the mercenary flying across the field. She pops back to her feet. They kind of... Haha! That barely did any... Oh. That barely... I didn't do, anything. It, what? Stop moving. You... Oh, I'll shoot you. It's just, As you know, she is slowed already and looks like she almost fell asleep where she was standing. Turn goes to you, more Duncan. Or you can have it go to one of your allies. As they're kind of following your lead because you're obviously the stronger fighter here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my final trade point for right now. And roll 5 more dice. Yeah.
Oh, I said 20.
I think I got a good result finally. It's been a while.
By the way, Corby, the alchemy tables on D20 appear to be broken for me.
That tracks.
I don't know if they need to be replaced or what.
We'll just use the ones in the
Yep,
Discord.
they're also broken. Yep, they're also broken for me.
Yeah. I think those are broken because they were outdated anyway. I just haven't replaced them because we have the ones in the Discord.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know where to find them in the Discord.
they're in pins.
I'll check.
Like her.
Let's see. Is that it? Yeah, okay, I found it. Well, that's one of them anyway.
Yes. So I am gonna go with the enemy suffers 30 ice damage.
Ice damage, you say?
Yes.
I got pinged. 1 second.
Wait, sorry. 33 ice damage. My bad. Secret formula.
Other Discord server. So I made a joke at my expense. How much damage? I'm sorry.
33.
Ow.
Well, hey, now you...
33 ice, was
Well-
it?
Yep.
Hey. It seems to be vulnerable to that.
Oh ho ho!
As a lot of its gears seem to freeze up as your alchemical concoction smashes into it and starts... You see bits and gears and magispheres pop and start flying away from it.
Wow, that's 66 damage then.
Yup.
That's a good
Nice.
guess.
Wow.
It found the new high value target. Comes after you.
And I will holler at them to use ice damage.
Use ice damage. Ah! It charges at you.
That hits.
Bam! It drives you through the sand again. You have to bound to your feet, and then, oh, you feel really tired all of a sudden. Might plus willpower.
Instead of dealing damage, it's doing conditions to you. Dang.
You cannot reroll that.
Oh no.
Oh, you're very tired, and you get to have a Fabula because you fumbled. But you know, you probably shouldn't have run all night. Thud. You are unconscious. Meanwhile, back at the train.
Oh boy. Come on, pins and needles here.
Seven like seals Droney back up again.
It's been 2 days. You have yet to find her.
Unless you know where the grove was or was at the grove, then like oh.
Well, we should be at the Grove in another day and a half's time. It's entirely possible that More Duncan is simply waiting there.
No, I don't think so.
Well, she'd better be
She's-
waiting there, or else dehydration's gonna start setting in, or something in the desert's gonna come out.
Well, I mean, since it was a magical grove, it's like the smart thing would have been to wait there because you're safe. No creature can attack you, and there's abundant food and water there. Like the fruits are never ending, and they're very fulfilling, and the water will heal you. But she's an experienced traveler who's used to going everywhere on her own, and I don't think she'd have stayed put.
Hey, Lucius, insight's part of it.
Oh no. Is this an open roll?
Nope, hard number.
Hard number. Cool.
Hey,
Ah.
opportunity. I'll tell you what you see, and you may want to add to it.
Great.
Change the music back. Poof! You see a huge plume of sand ahead of you. Oh, you pull the brakes because whoa, what are you charging at? And you just go over the crest and you see the battle in the distance as More Duncan just kind of crumples to the ground and lies flat as this monstrosity is being fought by these other two people.
Lucius just drift the train.
He kind of did a wheelie with it.
Yep.
Everything rattles, like the puppet Seven falls off the table onto the floor.
I'm going to jump over and grab onto you for support, nearly pulling you to the ground, probably, and then say, "He's been watching you drive too much, Seven. He's trying to drive like you."
Oh no!
Your opportunity, sir.
Yep. I'm thinking. I would like to inflict slow on it.
Oh, I thought you were going to pick a clock like you always do.
I will note the Isles is getting pretty high, so.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah. I'll turn back the Isles clock.
Lucius pops a wheelie so sick that across the world, everyone's like, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It seems that this may be the bulk of the mercenaries that were sent after More Duncan. And they may be grateful for you saving them.
You know what? That's a good pull. I like that.
Yeah, that is good.
You have surprised the enemy. You start the new round. You've started a new fight for them, so you guys actually get that. One of you gets that first before it does.
If y'all don't mind.
Yes, your wombo combo. Now's the time.
Yep.
Egg,
Uh,
but do me a favor. Put your goggles and your mask on, your face wrap,
ha 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 ha
before
ha.
you exit the train this time.
Oh, I know. Actually going to do something. I'm gonna do something slightly different. I'm not gonna do my old wombo combo. I'm going to do sort of my new wombo combo, so that Seven can witness it.
Witness
Okay.
me.
Witness me? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. He
So
is
proud
going
that
to
you noted.
he is going to rush forward, out of it. Stay away from more Duncan, and he slashes down with the spear.
That's my brother's
Uh,
waifu. No.
Wait, no, that's there we go.
My cringe made you
10 to
miss.
hit. Huh?
No, don't worry about it. 10, you say?
Yes.
That hits?
Okay, cool. So that would be 24 ice damage. However, I am going to spend. Oh, this is a new combat?
Yeah, it's the first combat you had so far.
Okay. I will spend 5 mind points at the top of the combat to learn one of its traits.
One of his traits?
Because that's a lore master thing I can do, is I can spend 5 mind points and learn a trait.
Unpredictable.
Okay, good to know. Then Iron Forest.
Would you
Cool.
would you say that he predicts that it is unpredictable?
Yes. Predict the unpredictable. Flow like water.
I am going to spend 20 mind points
Okay.
to activate Iron Forest. The attack does half its damage, so it would be 12 ice damage, but presumably it'll get doubled back up to 24 ice damage.
Yep.
And now when it wants to attack, it has to spend 10 mind points.
Okay. You've knocked it into crisis as you jabbed at one of its rather crucial mind spheres. And you see a blue orb kind of shatter and spill its magic across the gears. And then all you hear is a repeating rah 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 noise over and over as its vocal thing has been damaged, and you hear this rapid tearing of metal on metal inside of its body.
Yup. New target acquired.
Yeah, it turns to attack you.
Go for it. Go for it, buddy.
I owe you mind points, don't I?
Yes, you do.
How much?
You owe me 10.
Ow. Oh, not heroic skills. That's not how NPCs work.
Behold
So
the
you're thinking it
tax.
isn't a wombo combo at all.
It has a combo to it, but it's not as instant a, like, you'll see. There's a wombo combo I can pull off with it that's kind of dumb.
Okay. I think that's the story of Lucius's career.
Rah, 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 rah. And its beak explodes open, and huge mechanical tendrils start lashing out like whips and attack you and the guy behind him.
Oh, okay.
It has multi 2 now.
Oh,
Bat, bat.
wow. That was rude.
Still has to hit the both of you. Helps when I look at the dice. I knew what I was rolling, just not what I was rolling. Ba-ba. 16 hit you? Hit your magic defense?
16 will in fact hit my magic defense.
It slashes you at the face. You spin around to get away from the hit, and that barely hits you. But you're a little tired. You're slow.
Oh, gross.
And so is the guy behind you.
But because you gave me a 16, I get to counterattack.
It's true.
Oof. You know what?
What?
I will actually
What?
give you a Fabula for this.
On what?
Origin Noble Republic of Coriostellum. I'm using Coriostellum spear techniques.
Given that you have an ancient ice heavy spear, sure. You're using a very traditional Coriostellum weapon. I'll need you to throw it on the board.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh.
Come on. There we go. So normally that would be so because that's a counterattack. Here, behold the combo. Because this is a free attack, that would only be 17 ice damage. However, I am going to use the Weapon Master ability, Bone Crusher. When I hit a target with a melee attack that would deal damage, I can instead have the attack deal no damage. If I do, I can either inflict dazed on the target hit by attack, or inflict weak on the target, or the target immediately loses 20 mind points.
Okay.
You lose 20 mind points.
As you baff it in its face and start whirling your weapon at its sensors, wasting a lot of its computing power, thinking you're doing a flurry of attack, and you're not. You're completely faking it out.
Yep.
That goes to friendlies. You guys are the superior fighters, so the allies will act only if you say they act. But you guys can act instead of them. If you guys have all acted, they'll start acting.
Aether, you go first.
Sure. How serious does this? You said it was in crisis. Is it looking like it's pretty near being defeated already?
All I can tell you is if it's in crisis or not. There's abilities that tell you
okay.
exact HP amounts.
Fair enough. Or I could study, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, study would tell you that.
Right. I sort of feel like I just beat on this thing at this point. I don't even know if this is like worth doing my whole transformation because it's so low already. What do you think, Seven?
Well, it's in crisis, so it's believe half.
Right, but I mean, I'd spend like 1/3 of my health just to like do my transformation, and then if the fight's over and around, it's like a huge waste, right?
Well, I'll go after you at worst. Lucius can hold his own for one turn.
Yeah.
That's probably true. Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, okay.
We're
then I'm just
healing
gonna-
someone at the end of this fight either way.
Oh, well, that's probably true. If we're healing after the fight anyway, not only that, but we're also dangerously close to that safe place anyway. So yeah, I'll go ahead and activate my transformation, which is a free action for me, so I get another activity afterwards. But I'm going to mark my actual Theriomorphosis effects. I'm going to increase my insight, increase my defense, and it's definitely a machine, so poison does nothing to it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take Polypoda again, even though there's only one creature now, but maybe it'll summon more, I don't know. Just in case.
Is that multi-3 or multi-2? I forget.
It gives me multi-3.
3, okay.
And then my actual action will, of course, be to assault it. I will dive in on the scene and be in a position where I can guard people, I guess you'd say,
Okay.
and attack the creature with my my martial arts, because nobody has actually told me that it's weak to ice yet, so I don't know that.
You saw the ice do extra damage from Lucius's attack. You would have seen
Well,
that.
I mean, but also switching my weapon would also involve taking off my shield and putting on my weapon, and that would cost my turn, and I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So I'm just going to take a martial arts action. Oh wait, I forgot to increase my stats first. Hold on. It gives me insight buff and a whole bunch of defense. There. Okay. Uh, 19 to hit,
Yep. Baff.
and it looks like 19 damage. As I come
Damn.
jumping in.
You bash into it. You feel lots of. You feel a lot give and break under your attack, but it's big, so it has a lot of gear. It's making very worrying noises.
Okay.
Rah, rah, rah. And it spins around. It loses mind points. 10, was it?
Yep.
Rah. It swings out at... Yeah, you two are threats, so let's attack you two. But this one might be up to something. So... Bap, bap.
Is it putting both attacks on the one person, or?
Nope. Catch up to the machine. Does 10 hit your magic defense?
Me?
Is that all of us?
Let's try this again. Da. 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 Da.
Oh, thank you. No, my magic defense is higher than that.
It misses you. Does it hit the other person?
Oh, so it's not even trying on me.
It looks like it was going to, and then it fakes itself. It fakes out and goes after the other one. That hit her. So it swipes at her, and she gets the mercenary gets knocked off her feet again and goes flying back a bit. Back to her
I
feet.
can use Guardian to like take the hit for her, and then it would go against my defense and not hurt me. Or technically the protect feature. When another creature is threatened by an attack spell or other danger, you may take their place, and you can declare the use of the skill before or after checks have been made.
Okay, so you're going to take the second hit. So if that would have hit you, it would have hit you twice. Instead, it misses you twice.
Correct. Basically, I jump in the way and guard them.
Wah. Wah. That was you. That
I can only do that once a turn, though.
goes to Zevin or one of the allies.
Take it next. When you wheelied the train, Seven pulled out her gun and is marching to the front of the train to figure out what's going on, and finds that everyone's gotten into a fight with. What is that?
Mm-hmm.
A big mechanical chicken.
And she's gonna pull out her gun. She's gonna click it, spin the barrel, change the element. And did you see everyone's attacking with ice?
The ice attack Lucius did seem to have an extra effect. Yeah.
And she's gonna fire a gun.
Bang.
Man, I wish I could change my elements as a free action. That's a great ability.
I love her for it.
Yep.
I
don't think that hits.
That's a miss, unfortunately.
What would I need to hit that? Let's
Honestly, if since we're probably coming closer to ending, it's probably be a good time to spend your Fabula.
Alright, yeah, I think I will spend my Fabula. I am a sharpshooter from Oscara. And that is a still target. Fairly 50. She curses, ejects the round, puts a new one in.
Blam.
Jeez.
Opportunity.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Nicely done.
Opportunity.
We could continue setting back the Ascara counter if we want.
Hmm.
Or
Well, more Duncan's player, my dear friend. Would you like your rival house to commit a faux pas?
Sure.
Want to learn anything about them, or you can unmask them? Your choice.
Uh,
Or Bond. Your choice. But we're saving these guys bacon.
I think I like faux pas. Let's go with faux pas.
All right, GM, have them spill a secret.
Which creature do you choose?
Pretty funny.
The person from the rival house. I can't tell which one's which.
One looks to be a mercenary leader. One looks to be their goon.
Mercenary leader from the rival house. All right.
Look, we can always go after her later. Just focus fire on it, damn it! I'm not dying in this damn desert. You hear as you're firing. The thing looks like it gets shot. More bits and pieces explode and freeze, and more gears strain and shatter in place. It kind of lumbers around, screeching and wailing in anger. If machines can have anger? I mean, they can. You guys know there's a way to imbue souls to machines.
Yep.
Angry.
it Angie.
Yes, it's Angie.
This one moves aside from you, Aether.
Okay.
Gives you a look and just kind of a quick nod, and then aims her, and then gives you a bit of distance so she can get a shot off with her crossbow.
Well, I mean, I'm short. She could probably fire from right between my ears.
And then you see, as it fires, a blast of ice surrounds the bolts as it zips across the sand. And that's why she moved, because it would have hit you as well.
Well, I'm glad she moved then.
It's like, I might not want to stay there. I might hit a possible ally. And that's how I get killed in the desert. Bup-up. Bup-up. Oh, did I hit anyway? Because you are a pretty good shot. Oh, wait, you're slowed.
Oh, did you roll the wrong dice?
One of those, it would have been a 3 anyway. Okay. One of those would have been adjusted.
Right.
One of those? Yes. That still hits. Not for
Rockin'.
a lot.
Yeah, as I recall, archers get a lot of bonuses to hit with their ranged weapons, right?
Shink! You see it. It rips across the sand, and then it suddenly changes trajectory in midair, mind you, and baps it right in the head. And thud. And it collapses in a big heap.
Yay. Da 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 da.
Yep. Lucius is going to stumble over to more Duncan and just sort of, pick her up, hold her up. More. And it
And
like soft, lightly shaking her.
we cut to elsewhere.
Oh. Cutscene time. Leaving a voicemail for Cthulhu? What? Did anyone else
Yeah,
see that?
yeah.
I
That's
don't think I ever
that's
saw
what
that one before.
Yeah, I've seen that one a couple times.
I've never noticed that one before. Dang.
They are in darkness currently.
What was the
I don't want to
What was
leave
the
an email for Cthulhu.
what was the episode of the Ghostbusters cartoon, The Collect Call of Cthulhu?
I didn't know they had one of those. That's funny.
More Duncan.
Yes.
I think you know where you are.
Um, Honestly, the opportunities screen is frozen in front of my window right now, so I can't see anything.
May advise you to refresh.
Yeah.
You won't find the answer refreshing, though.
Now I just see darkness.
You might have to zoom out a bunch. Or yeah.
Oh, I'm still there. Crap.
You wake up on the sands. The sky blotted out by the roaring lights of the cities and spires. More, are you all right?
I'll look around for the voice.
It's above you somewhere.
I'll look up. Do I see anything?
Oh, willpower's part of it.
I probably shouldn't have looked up.
Lucius, is she not waking up?
Yeah, I got
Beyond the
16.
stars, in the eternal darkness, like titans to the fabric of the sky and dark, you see your fellow party members as if across the universe shouting.
I will try to shout back.
Oh no, more, come back to us.
I'll try to shout back that I'm still in the glass desert.
Glass desert. Is all you hear out of Moore.
More? Can you hear us?
Moore, can you hear us?
Yes?
Unintelligible.
Yep. Lucius looks over to Seven. We need to get her back on the train.
Yeah, it could be heat exhaustion. She needs water. She needs cold.
Quick, give her a kiss. That'll help.
No, Lucius, we should get some water. Yeah.
Yep. Lucius just picks her up and starts carrying her back towards the train.
More Duncan. Willpower's part of it.
Okay. Yeah. Got 14.
Oh, you have the worst sense of motion sickness, as if someone scooped you off the face of the earth and lifted you. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Oh, you're all right. Oh, I made you dizzy for a second.
That was weird.
Weird.
This Seven's gonna check under her eyes. Does she also have star sickness?
Willpower's part of it.
For me, checking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You're at -2 because you're from here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey!
You ain't getting me that easy.
Man, we're getting.
Opportunity. You made it. I'll
Jeez.
tell you what you see first. As you stare into her eyes are black. There's no white, there's no color, it's just black and little pinpricks of light. And for a second, you almost get lost. You've heard of tales of miners who lose their minds. And the last thing they say before they go gibbering to their beds is, stars. So many stars. Which usually people attribute to being in the mines. Like, it looks like stars down there sometimes, especially with the magisphere, the magical glowing rocks and stuff. So yeah, people assume it's just, that's another reason why it's called star sickness. It's a miner's disease, it's assumed. And they're the ones who get it the most. And you've been in the mines before, so you're susceptible to it. But you stare through those speckles of light, and you see 3 glowing lights, green, red, and gold. And nestled just a little bit away, this tiniest fleck of a flea of a person staring back up at you.
Oh no.
More. You can see that Zevin has dominated the sky of black, and her eyes are staring down at you. This is a little intimidating.
Seven looks
Informa- might be a good call to probe for information.
That's what I was thinking. GM, give me some information. Your choice. I'll be nice.
More Duncan has has been severely infected with star sickness. You know that people who get severe conditions, they basically go into an eternal dream and never wake. But you now know something extra that no one else in your whole village probably knows. They're still alive in there, and the soul has not left them. And More Duncan seems to be aware of you. If only you could get her consciousness out from that starry field, whatever's going on, she might wake up.
She's like in there. She can hear us. I don't. We can't hear her.
If she can hear us at all, then that means she's at least dimly aware that we're here. Do you think there's a way we could maybe put together a ritual to call her spirit back?
I think we might need to.
Like, I know ritualism, you know ritualism. Surely we can come up with something.
I does not know ritualism. It's all up to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
That's more who knows it. Yeah. Well, let me see what I can figure out. I have chimerism and ritualism, and the chimerist version of it. Is there anything I can think of that I can do with that I could use to help her guide her way back?
It would be...
Well, maybe More could help if Moore's aware of us.
Right.
What's
if
going
Moore
on?
can hear you, If you can hear me, can you help me guide you back? I'm like pleading with her as you carry her back into the train.
More, you actually can. You're still conscious, and you have a sensitivity to your magic still. You're still connected to your abilities. So yeah, you can from in here.
Sure, I'll give it a go.
Let's figure out how bad this is. Well, because of that, you have two pathways here. You can either do chimerism, because there's a chimerism way to wake. I can think of a chimeristic way to wake somebody, like force someone to wake. Spiritualism is the other way that you would kind of pull someone out of this dream state. So there's two ways you can do it. The costs will be the same. Let me figure out the costs here. Hey, that works. Thankfully, it's only one person. So it's times one. Mana point cost. Sorry, mind point cost of 40. Difficulty level 13.
I can play the mind point cost at least.
Okay. I think if you do it from your end with spiritualism too, you can actually use the sand as an artifact to lower the difficulty. Or reduce the cost, maybe? Something like that, right?
It cuts the MP cost in half.
Okay.
I'll play the MP cost outright because I'm, even with paying it outright, I'm still over my max because of healing myself earlier.
Okay. Well, do you want to lead the roll and I'll help you from my end, or do you want me to lead the roll and you help me from your end?
I think it might make sense for me to lead since it's more of a spiritualist thing.
That sounds right, and I will help you from my end to give you a benefit to your roll, but I'll also share in the penalty if we fail.
More Duncan, you have +2 to your roll.
Cool.
The sands empower you.
What is our roll actually?
It is your mama. No, it is insight willpower.
Right. Okay. And I will support. And I am successful. Take it to a 12.
Hooray.
But you needed a 13, right?
We needed a 13. We need help from one more person.
That's
Can
so
anybody
good.
else join in and help?
I
can't
forget how that
cast.
works. Yeah, I can't cast either.
You can always assist. You just can't be the leader if you don't have ritualism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you can still assist.
The downside of assisting is if it fails, you get hurt as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm definitely helping.
Lucius is high insight. You should totally help.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's insight.
No, insight willpower.
It
is
has to be
hard
insight
locked.
willpower.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I mean, still not a bad roll for me, but good to know.
Very bad for me, so I'll.
Oh, that's a 13. Yep, that does
Got
it.
it. We got it.
How do you
Okay,
wake
so we're
yourself,
together.
more Duncan?
I guess in the Star Dream world, doing the spiritualism ritual, I will focus on my bonds with my friends and use that to guide my spirit back into the real world.
Oh, I can picture that cutscene in a JRPG. That's beautiful.
And up you sail, away from the sea of sand, glittering lights. That was once was, and is no longer. Oop. Oh, we should catch up with them, shouldn't we, everybody?
Well, if all else fails, Lucius, you can always kiss her.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind that Aether had a few funny things to say.
Oh yes, absolutely. It
I
is
thought it was
funny as
amusing.
hell. It's really
Sure.
funny.
Those two run for it.
I guess did
Oh.
did they not hear Aether call out to them to get over here?
Sure.
I guess.
Oh, they might have. They might
Well,
have, but
they-
I think they decided it's better to
Okay.
cheese it and
Well, I mean, they
So
could
you
have
want to
gotten
run
a
into
ride
the
back to
desert and
town on
die?
a
Go.
train.
All right.
I mean, if
Go
they come
on.
with us, they get to ride in a train. So okay, whatever.
their loss.
Surely they see the train. Okay,
Insight's
Cool.
part of
Good
it.
for them.
that's funny.
Just for Aether.
Oh, just for Aether.
Oh,
Cool.
sorry.
Because
Sure.
Aether's worrying at that part.
Yeah, wondering why they're running instead of coming with us. It seems strange.
Well, they're team rocketing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
if
God,
that's an open roll, I have a
please.
12. Otherwise, it's an 11.
Yeah, no, they rolled garbage. They know your allies of More Duncan. And if they're here to attack her, they probably don't want to hang around while you're screaming to help her and stuff. And they're like, you know what? We're going to leave. Rather than stick around with their allies.
They're not going to stay around and thank her for risking herself to save
They
them.
might think
Fair
you
enough.
might take it revenge and slay them for imperiling your friend.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess they can think whatever they will because they have no way of knowing what we're thinking.
Yeah,
Sure.
you're a shape-shifting monster. She's a person with a gun. He's a guy with 2 soldiers. And as far as they're concerned, the target that they were after is dead. And they're kind of semi-responsible. Do you think they want to hang around?
I guess that's true.
Actually,
they don't
if
know
anything,
that we're
they're actually
getting
running.
back up after.
If anything, they're running away from the ley line that they see, because that looks like a train track, and you might chase them with it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if they're there to kill more and they think she's dead, that can only be good for more.
Yeah.
That they think she's dead. So yeah, okay.
More, you
Fair enough.
awake after your ritual is finished.
Did we get her to the train back and then do it, or what?
Yeah, you probably would have done
Curious.
it by then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Okay, so we're all on the
Ooh.
train.
I've all
When
stood
she's
up.
getting up, I am totally like practically curled around her.
More. Lady Duncan. Lady Duncan, are you're all right?
Thanks to your help, all of you. I don't think I could have gotten myself out on my own.
Well, that's what we're here for, Lady Duncan. And I will also say, for Aether and Seven, and Vibius and Brinius as well, you will note that, up until this exact moment, Lucius kept calling her more up until this moment,
Yeah.
Right.
and now he has gone back to calling her Lady Duncan.
Sure. No, we totally didn't notice.
Yeah.
I release, my full body hold on you and lean back, and then I put my hands on your cheeks and give you your face like a gentle rub, and then I put one hand on your chin and one on the top of your head, and I hold your head like a hamburger. I'm like, are you feeling okay?
Examining you.
Yeah.
Yeah, does she still have like the eye
Yeah.
thing
Her
going
eyes
on?
back to normal. Yeah.
No, they're back to what's normal for More Duncan. Speaking of, though, in your ascent, More Duncan, you
Mhm.
saw something in your party members.
Oh?
Yeah. You saw that they're going to betray you. No, you saw.
The Fabula?
Why is everyone over there? Oh, because you were doing dice rolls. You see the theme of each person around you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I think then she would know that currently my theme is doubt.
as is Lucius's.
Anger.
We're both currently in a pretty bad mental state. We're 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 fearful that we will ever succeed at this right now. That's my current theme.
As you're able to peer into their spirits briefly, because it's like being pulled out of the pool, and you're the ritual kind of followed you out, and you were super sensitive to emotions, so you kind of saw into them briefly. Then the feeling went away. Sort of a spiritual overshot.
Oh,
GM?
Yeah.
Does Mordukian have any sort of leftover effects from the star sickness, or is it just the marks under her eyes, or nothing?
No, it looks like she never had it. It's like she cured herself.
Huh.
That ritual's a hell of a drug.
Well,
For a second,
no one's
Moore
ever.
kind of coughs, like rubs at her eyes, and you see bits of glass sand kind of drift away from her mouth and eyes, and she kind of brushes them off.
But Aether and I still have them.
Oh yeah.
Um,
we should
well,
maybe see about a ritual to cleanse you two of that.
we'll
You
see
think we
about
need it?
that.
I feel fine. Well, I mean, I don't feel fine, but I don't feel like I'm sick or anything. I don't feel bad. I'm sure it'll be
Um,
fine.
what are you thinking, Mark? I'm just so glad you're okay. Oh,
I
all
wouldn't be
right.
any different for you all.
Well, we know you'd have done the same for us, so don't even think twice about it. And then I give you like a little, one of those little chuck your shoulder punches, real
Yeah.
gentle chuck on the shoulder.
Seven's gonna elbow Lucius slightly. Oh, I just dropped my mic. Seven's going to elbow Lucius in a kind of now's your chance moment.
Oh,
Twice.
Uh, 3 times a lady. Sorry.
yeah. I go
Yeah.
climb up into my little compartment that I sleep in and get ready to like take a rest. It's been a rough few days. It feels like it's been a rough few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get some water and some food, and I'll leave you two be. Yeah.
um,
What happened for you and Ether? How did you get back from that place?
well, we buried ourselves in that sand, and when we came up, we were outside of rock bottom as it was. When we first arrived, uh, and Seven and Vibius and Umbrinius had come looking for us.
Oh,
We reasoned you might make for the oasis that we found. Uh, and so we departed with all relative haste.
I did make for the Oasis, and then I woke up back in the real world after falling asleep there and realized I couldn't stay there indefinitely, so I figured I'd try to find my way back to town. Uh,
Well, I suppose I
when I
owe
came
eight.
across,
I suppose I owe Aether 5 Zenit.
well, I mean, how long could I survive in an oasis with a tree with fruit?
He shrugs. So what was that all about? The clockwork squints his eyes, and has Moore seen the star sickness up till this point?
This is probably the first time you've noticed it more. Now that you highlight it more, Duncan, you'd see the star sickness around there, around Lucius's and the Aether's eyes. Not that you think about it. Like at first, you thought it had to do with like an after effect of you being in the other world, but now that you've been awake for a bit, it's like even though you're a little tired, so you're still slowed. Yeah, no, that's on. He has like that star stuff around his eyes.
It's like we're entering
Robot.
our goth phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robot chicken.
Go.
Yep.
That's a plug, folks.
Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Good for
I
the
don't
GM.
know what that was
Star-
about.
Is the Stars Nexus like staying as is around their eyes, or is it like creeping outwards?
It is creeping outwards. Not that you ask.
Um,
It's getting worse by the day.
Wonderful. We So you don't know what that was? What about those other two that? Well, they ran for the hills as soon as things were clear.
Ah, I They serve a family who are enemies of mine.
Oh, well, I know a thing or two about rival family politics.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm not sure why they're after me, though. I haven't been home in a long time.
Hmm. Could it
And
possibly be something that's stirring up back home?
it's possible. I look kind of disquieted at that concept.
What am I doing? I'm having us worry about things in the far future when you've just barely returned to us.
He says in between yawns.
Are
Ugh,
you
I'm
all
fit as a fiddle.
right? Are you sure? You don't seem all right.
Moore says in between
Yeah.
yawns.
Yep. And just sort of sits down next to her and just says, "Yeah, just very, very tired. Um, Whatever that thing did, it made me really, really tired."
Same.
Aether.
Mm,
Willpower's part of it.
yep. And I was going to say,
Oh,
uh, Lucius will very much be the same. Um, he he will conk out, sort of, uh, leaned up against more Duncan.
yeah. Oh, it's a step closer.
Willpower's part of it for you, Lucius.
Of course it is. I will do insight willpower again.
Lucius is asleep, as is Aether. What do Zevin and Moore do?
Uh, Given that Moore is tired and slowed, I'll probably rest so that I can recover from my status ailment.
Guys gonna get a tent ready and get a full rest?
Well, get my permatent ready.
Yeah.
But yes.
Camp actions then. Aether, you do not get a camp action. Your whatever you were trying to do to get rest gets subsumed by the nightmares of being trapped for weeks in the glass desert.
Discord crashed.
And I lose my old one.
Yeah. Oh no, because you didn't do a new camp action, so that one still stands if it's not been used.
Okay, good. My last camp action was that the next time I take a rest, when I lose mind points, I may choose to have that mind point loss.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I hadn't used it yet, so
Yeah, because technically you're not having a camp action cut. You're not having a camp action because it's been taken from you.
I'm not really getting a rest, right?
I will sleep soundly.
Wow.
I will also sleep soundly.
Seven's been awake almost 2 days straight at this point. She's gonna sleep soundly.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think we're all
Aether's
just
gonna
gonna.
toss and turn in her little compartment so loud it rattles the train car.
Yeah. That you're constantly having fights and trying to survive in that desert, and you're back. Probably worse because it's like, you're trapped. Can you do that ritual thing again? No. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is really bad. And you wake up and, that was just a nightmare. Right?
Eventually, you'll find me laid out on one of those little work tables that Moore has for her projects, because I was tired of waking up in the middle of the night, enclosed in a little compartment like normal, because I couldn't tell if I was awake or not. So I got out of it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Clocks advance. Oh no!
Lucius and Aether, your star sickness dominates every visible part of your skin.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no!
The sand glass, Seven.
Mhm.
Actually, all of you would see it at this rate. It glitters like as if the very desert itself has star sickness.
Oh,
That's not good.
like the whole sand has gone black.
It's more the sand's turn is solidifying into panes of glass and shards.
Oh,
Like the sand of the desert.
Yeah.
Oh
That's not
no!
good.
That desert's looking very familiar to three of you.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not going to notice it on me, but when I get one look at Lucius, I'll be like, I think we need to figure out something for you two now, a ritual of some kind. And then someone will
no.
point out that I need it too.
Yeah.
Lucius, this isn't some sort of new skincare routine, is it?
Well,
No.
normally I just have like fur care routines.
Like, does it? Do we feel any different?
Willpower's part of it.
God. Yeah.
You did ask. I guess we got.
I did ask.
It's waking. You're helping. Aether, you just feel really super itchy. It's hard to concentrate.
Okay.
Whatever this is, it's waking up.
Can't be good.
And the longer that this stays in us, I think it will only hasten the process.
Okay.
More, the ritual that you worked from inside there, do you think you could use what you learned there to help us now?
I think so.
Obviously will help, but
It would
I kind of
cost
feel like we're
double the MP, but the same difficulty level.
I can get that done. Um. So.
as the subjects of it. Would we also still be able to help?
Yep.
Okay.
So it'd be 80 MP?
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll spend that. It nearly wipes me out, but not completely.
I think the music shifts a bit here. I really like it.
And insight roll, you said?
Yep.
I've forgotten to spend health points on my transformation earlier. I did it now. Sorry.
Yep. Oh yeah, because I wouldn't have come back. You're right.
Yep.
I didn't think twice about it for a second. I was like, oh, don't worry, it healed. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. You didn't sleep.
Yeah, I didn't sleep.
I get back up to my 74, and I'm back up to
Nice.
99.
All right, who first then?
It happens to
Who?
both of them.
Oh, cool.
That's why the
Oh,
MP
that's
cost
good.
is higher, because it's happening to
Oh.
more than one person.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
More Duncan. How do you remove that which died long ago within their spirits?
I will try to guide their spirits to force it out. Or, like, reject it? Reject it. Reject it is the word I'm looking for. Jeez.
Aether and Lucius start staring up into the ceiling. More Duncan carefully leads them outside to stare at the sky. And then sand, all the glass sand starts seeping out from their skin and pouring away from them.
I don't know why I was going to picture a Blarg moment.
Ooh.
Still cool. Does it make like a pillar of glass shield going up into the sky or something?
It pours in pools around you guys.
Oh.
Seven's clinging to Imbronius here. That's spooky. She doesn't like that.
How long does that process take?
It feels like forever, but in fact only an hour.
In the hot desert sun
Right.
or
I'm
cold
thinking
desert
when-
night, your choice.
Yeah, when we're done, I'm needing a shower. Like, why don't we just keep on traveling to the oasis?
Hey,
I could use
Aether,
a bath. Yeah.
Lucius,
Yeah.
guess what's at your feet? In a ring. 2 rings. One for each of you.
Oh.
A ring?
Yeah, a ring of sand that glitters. Zevin,
I'm having.
you recognize orichalcum sand. A bag of that stuff is an artifact in and of itself. There's at least 2 bags worth around them.
Do I want to touch it or no?
The only time you've ever heard of people using it are the high and mighty in the capital for the most powerful of Magitech rituals. This is how cities are built. This is how the great and powerful magics of the Sultanate are formed from. And these 2 just seeped it out like so much sweat.
You know, maybe that's why they take people who have this sickness to the capital. They're mining them for this stuff.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
Aether is surprisingly insightful from her position as an outsider. That's what I like to imagine as. Like, you know, she's such an outsider to the ways of the world that she sees things in a new way. Right?
that is
Yeah.
quite horrifying.
Yes, it
Horrifying.
is.
But the
But it also
lovebirds
means-
did save each other, so please, can you kiss? Please.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I have
But
so
we're going
much-
to get a couple bags of stuff at least.
Yeah, and I will say, I will highlight to you in case you didn't quite catch it. The clock did wind back by 4 slots because you
Yes,
guys
I saw.
because you
Cool.
purged
Sweet.
the
Dealt with.
You don't get to
That's
keep your new all body eyeshadow.
So
Ah.
for all of you watching out there, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing, thank you very much for doing so. And we look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye.
Bye.
I
Great game,
was. When you guys got defeated, I had that in my mind that you guys work ways the clock to advance. I was like, I should probably should probably alert you that the clock's advancing before it fills.
Yep.
It was basically
That was an awesome session.
two for each day that you guys didn't treat it.
Yikes.
Oh.
Oh,
One for each of us. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So you basically,
That was
Oh,
very
did-
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Did it affect anything when we pulled it from more Duncan?
No,
You should
because
like
she didn't stay.
Panda.
She didn't stay in the dream world. She wasn't
Oh,
defeated
okay.
by it, so it didn't infect her.
Ah,
She
I
didn't
see.
get. Yeah.
Well, that was really cool. The
Oh,
desert is indeed an extraordinarily dangerous place.
this is so cool. This is
Yeah.
so cool. Everything about like the desert sand magic stuff is like
The Magic Tech shit.
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So
I enjoyed it
cool.
immensely.
Mm.
But hey, plus side, we get a couple of bags of Work Alchemy now, apparently.
for rich.